Hello and a warm welcome to Market Flow. This week we are at Day Abattoir and Livestock Market. And as you and I know, Day Abattoir Market is a place where livestock are being sold. My name is Fatima Suleiman, and come with me as we explore Day Abattoir and Livestock Market. But first, let's take this report on livestock, after which we go into the livestock market survey. Stay tuned.
In everyday speech, the word cow is often used to refer to any adult bovine animal, regardless of its sex or age. However, in more precise usage, the term cow is reserved for mature female cattle. This is similar to how the word elephant is sometimes used to refer to all members of elephant family, including bulls, cows, and calvers, but technically refers to only mature female elephants. There are many different words to describe cows at various stages of their life. A calf is a baby cow, and a heifer is a female cow that has not yet had an offspring. Once a heifer gives birth to her first calf, she becomes a cow. A male adult cow is called a bull. Castration is a common practice for male cattle, as it helps to reduce aggression and make them more manageable. Young noted males raised for beef are called steers, while noted adult males that are used for draft work are called oxen. A group of cow or cattle is called a herd. Cows have two-toed hooves that are derived from the middle two digits of the feet. Cows belong to the family Bovidae, which include sheep, goats, and antelopes. Within Bovidae, cows belong to the subfamily bovine. The size and weight of cows varies a lot, depending on the breed. The largest adult bulls can weigh up to 2,000 kilograms, that is 4,400 pounds, while the smallest adult cow can weigh a little as 400 kilograms, that is 880 pounds. Both male and female cows have horns, which can range from very small to enormous, depending on the breed. Some breeds are genetically polled, and many others cows may be dehorned, that is, have their horn boot destroyed at young age to make them easier to transport and safer to walk around. Cows are renowned for their large milk-producing glands known as udder, which possesses 4 teats. Cows have a variety of adaptations for grazing on tough, fibrous vegetation. They have broad mouths and strong jaws muscles. They lack upper incisors and canines. Instead, they have a gummy part in the front of the mouth to help them pull up grass. Their molars have ridges that run in a circular pattern, so cows must chew their food in a circular motion to grind it down. Cows have a specialized digestive system that breaks down tough plant fibers. Their 4-chamber stomach allows bacteria to ferment food in the first chamber, called the rumen. After the food has been fermented, cows regurgitate it, rechew it, and then swallow it again. The process continues until the food is ready to pass onto the other 3 stomach chambers, where further digestion occurs. As cows choose their cord, they sort their digester and absorb the nutrients. Chewing the cord also saves them from having to spend a lot of time chewing their food when they eat, which could make them vulnerable to predators. Instead, they eat large amounts of grass quickly, then digest it in their rumen later on.
The Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria (ARCN) coordinates the activities of research institutes and is responsible for supervision, regulation, coordination of research activities and programs of higher institutions in Nigeria. And Professor Hamidu Shaributu, since assumption as Executive Secretary of ARCN in April 2020, has solidified the transformation of agriculture in Nigeria through strategic and meaningful execution of research fundings for improvement of the agricultural sector.
the recent release of 4 wheat varieties comprising 2 bread and 2 durum during the 36th meeting of National Committee on the Naming, Registration and Release of Crop Varieties and Livestock Breeds as well as Fisheries held at the National Center for Genetic Resources and Biotechnology Ibadan was in partnership with the Flour Milling Association of Nigeria. Director, Lectured Research Institute Maiduguri, Babagana Jugudum Kabir said the varieties Lakri Wheat 14, Balo 100 and Lakri Wheat 15, Leloki are bread wheat, while Lakri Wheat 16D Sirno and Lakri Wheat 17D Bayo Reka are durum wheat. These varieties, according to him, are high-yielding with potential yields 7 to 8 hectare. He said farmers have been enriched with these new varieties through on-farm and multiplication trials where about 7.2 hectare was realized. He acknowledged the contributions of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development as well as the Flour Milling Association of Nigeria towards attaining this feat.
The National Horticultural Research Institute, NIHORT, is one of the 15 agricultural research institutes in Nigeria under the supervision of the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria. The institute started in 1975 as the Fruits and Vegetables Research and Demonstration Center with the assistance of the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP. It metamorphosed to National Horticultural Research Institute in 1976. NIHORT headquarters is located on a sprawling 350 hectares of land at Jericho area, Ibadan. To have a national spread and outlook, the institute has 3 outstations and 2 experimental stations. The outstations are Mbato, which sits on a massive 810 hectares of vast land located in the humid zone of southeastern Nigeria, Bagauda in Kano, made up of 110 hectares of land in the semi-arid zone of northwestern Nigeria, and finally a 156 hectare of farmland in Otukpo, Benue State.
National Horticultural Research Institute, NIHORT, has developed, registered and released 3 new varieties of tomato, which are tolerant to Fusarium wilt, root knot nematodes. They are high-yielding, early maturing with good nutritional values. These newly released tomato varieties are Otitum 1, Otitum 2, and Otitum 3, and they are adapted to different agroecological zones of the country. To minimize post-harvest losses, the Institute has developed value-added products from tomato, such as tomato paste, dried tomato slices, tomato wine, as well as tomato juice. The Institute has also developed tuta trap tray to control tomato leaf miner, also known as tomato Ebola. Additionally, biopesticides have been developed in the Institute, known as NIHORT Liptol, NIHORT Ractine, and also the NIHORT Sticky Traps, which are effective in the management of tomato.
The Institute for Agricultural Research (IAR) is located in Samaru, Zaria in Kaduna State. It was established in 1922 as the research division of the Regional Ministry of Agriculture in the defunct Northern Nigeria region. The purpose at that time was to research into problems of agriculture and to provide solution, and to enhance productivity in agriculture in Northern Nigeria, including agricultural mechanization to reduce difficulties of operations such as planting, application of fertilizers and herbicides, drying. It also includes the development of improved crop varieties which are being planted by farmers in northern Nigeria. The Cereals Research Program of the Institute, which is charged with the mandate to research into the genetic improvement of cereal crops like maize, sorghum, among others, has developed over 60 varieties of maize and over 46 varieties of sorghum, among others, which are high-yielding, pest-resistant, and drought-tolerant. One of major breakthroughs of the Institute is the development of maize varieties that are resistant to the fall armyworm. RAR varieties of cereal crops are also resistant to striga weed, a parasitic weed which attaches itself to cereal crops and absorbs the nutrient, causing poor yield. IAR has to its credit 29 varieties of groundnut, 21 varieties of cowpea, including the very newest variety that has high resistance to insects, This can save Nigerian farmers at least 16 billion naira annually in the purchase of insecticides.
The National Cereals Research Institute was established in 1975 as an agricultural research institute. The research activities of the institute are carried out in both the headquarters at Badegi and the 10 research outstations located in parts of the country.
Rice as our mandate. Rice has become an important strategic and daily staple food crop in Nigeria. The main production ecologies for rice in Nigeria are rained lowland, rained upland, irrigated lowland, and deep water and floating and mangrove swamp. Dry bed nursery. This is an important aspect of rice production. The nursery bed should be watered regularly to keep the soil moist but not puddled. Seed bed should be 1 to 1.5 meters wide, 10 meters long, 4 to 6 centimeters above the ground and well leveled. Benny seed, scientifically known as Semomum indium L, is commonly referred to as sesame in the country and in the international circle is one of the oldest oilseed crops. Sesame is an erect herbaceous annual crop that grows to a height of 0.4 m to 2 m tall.
Good day. I'm Jimmy Edet. I'm a research scientist working with the NCRI Beneseed program, and this is Beneseed, sun-loving crop. That's why we call it a photoperiodic crop. And the very variety we have here is what we call Increment 04E. That is a variety that has been developed by NCRI and released by NCRI. One of the attributes of this variety is that it has a lot of pod formation on it at maturity.
Food Technology and Value Addition Research Program is one of the key programs of the Research Outreach Department of the National Cereals Research Institute. This program has the mandate for reducing post-harvest loss through the utilization of improved technologies to combat, to reduce the losses and increase the value of those commodities. Recently, one of the key things we are able to do is to look at broken rice, a byproduct of rice processing, that we value rice by adding value to convert it into a product. One of these products is a Rice Plus. We call it NCRI Rice Plus. The NCRI Rice Plus is an instant smooth extruded breakfast cereal for the family. It is produced from broken rice and added with different types of legumes and vitamins and minerals. So for the family, it is an instant product you can use without cooking. Just add water and you formulate it and take it as a breakfast cereal.
Notes which I explained earlier, these are demonstrations. We have 3 demonstrations because we intend to release 3 varieties of millet. We intend to release one Bristol, Chakti, which is of very high iron and zinc, and then high yielding 0115. So we intend to release the 3. So before we release it this rainy season, we demonstrated here per band for each of the trial that we, the candidate of release, because we want the farmers around here to see and admire, because seeing is believing. So this is our demonstration field for the 3 varieties we intend to release.
ARCN,
promoting agriculture.
ya sako sai Najeriya da zama a ni ne magana kawai malam ba ake ciki komai
Report on livestock.
Let's take this report
On livestock.
so report is playing from parish on the prices.
Okay.
I dey sell cow, I dey sell ram and goat and sheep. All of them they are selling.
Okay, tell us why the price now?
Price. Anything you don't cost by this time now. So the goat why they sell them that time for 25,000 ma. So now I dey sell them like 60,000, 50,000, 45 or 40 ma they sell them. So anything you don't change. So the cow ma, it don't cost. So the cow why they sell them that time 200,000, 300,000. So now you don't fast. Go find cow like 500,000, 600,000. 140 something ma. You go see now for inside market now. Yes now. Because of fuel now, not be food or na fuel now. Everything it don't cost for because of fuel now. So customer they come buy ram now. Ma, no be every time now. So time by time now you go enter market small they do market for inside market now. So market you don't slowly now. No be it's too much. So that time before that fall you go cost now. Like 100 people you go enter this market now. You go buy ram. One person you go buy 3 ram, 4 ram, 5 ram. So now before one person why you go buy 4 ram, 3 ram. So now you know go buy 2 ma. 2 ma you know go buy. So because of anything you don't change. Because of fuel you don't cost now. So money no deal. This one before, you know go fast 80,000. So now this one you don't fast 150. This one back, you don't fast 150. That brown. So that brown before that brown got, you know go reach 75. So now that one you don't fast 120. This one are the same thing with that one now.
Okay, how na the seller na depend on size, different size.
Yeah. So different size.
Depend on the size.
So you go anything you don't cost now. So
I mean that the same price na they say all are different.
No, na different size now. No be the same size. Everything na different. Small one different. This ram, that white one or that black one. This black one. Now you go reach 180, 170. So before you know go fast 100,000. The white one, not the same one, not the same thing.
I'm working here. I'm at the butcher cow head or cow tail. If person come buy cow, I will butcher them for them. Now him be my business here. It's the side of how the person bought the cow. If person bought big cow, like 1 million, there's different charges for the one where bought like 500 or 600. Should you understand? Now him be my business. Or got something like that one or ram. If person want do swear, him go if you call me, make I go do one for him for house. Now him be my business. Okay, big cow, it decide of how the cow big. Some them bottom like 1 million. Now we go see cow 1.5. Only one cow. Because this thing will come too expensive now. We don't have any problem. The loan go reach like 10 or 12 years for here. Because I dey change place. If here before I marry, if I dey here 2 years, 3 years I will fit go another slaughter again, Karu. I will go there and sit down do work. If I tire there, I will come back. By this come back now, I come marry here. I get my children here. No more to change position again. I'm living here now with my children. Nahin.
I work with Yahuza Suya in Kano branch. We are seeing a lot of things that are happening that has not happened before. Before now, this cow, we used to get it for 400,000 to 500,000. But as we speak now, it's almost 800,000 to 850,000. In fact, even 900,000. Honestly, it's quite expensive. The truth is we are praying for God to alleviate the pain we are feeling. In our own assumption, we think what brought this is fuel. The increase in fuel is what caused it. But now this same cow that was sold for 400,000 is going for 900,000. Like I said, we are praying that God will alleviate the pain and have mercy on us. No government can change it except God gives them the mandate to change it. Some cows are bigger than each other. It depends from the distance in which it's been transported to where it will be sold. Some are bought from afar, some are brought close by. Because the cows are different. There is cow from Sokoto, there is one from Katsina, and some other states around. I think the Niger cow is the most expensive. It's quite expensive because Sifa is on the high side now. But like we said, we're praying everything should back to be normal. Honestly, I'm close to 47 years working here in Dede Market selling cows. We do sell cows, but everything has changed compared to how it was before. We used to get cows for 30,000, 40,000, 30,000, but now we get cows to 800,000, 900,000, even a million naira. And you can see, honestly, things have changed. The only thing we can say is government should help us so that things will change. The money we spend on transportation is on increase every day. And now we try as much as possible to explain that fact to our customers. Because now we are able to sensitize our customers and they are now beginning to understand that it's not our fault that everything is on the increase. Sometimes we buy our cars from Nigeria, sometimes we go in the border between Niger and Nigeria, sometimes we go to Delki, sometimes we go to Kano. It depends on anywhere the market takes you to. Honestly, now that things have changed and there is no money, today you see 300 to 400,000. Today, except you see 1 million naira or 1.2 cow or 3 million naira, they can get a cow. Sometimes marketers come to buy from Abuja, and then sometimes the masses too comes with 50,000 naira as contribution, they buy one. Honestly, they are complaining and some of them get upset, but some of them we are used to them, they trust us, and sometimes we can be very patient because they are consistent customers. Sometimes the gain we have is 3,000 or even 5,000 naira. That is how we go, so that we can just get something to put in our pocket. But honestly, things have changed. Things are quite hard. The only problem I will say that government should try to understand that people are in serious pain. We are not talking about cows, we are even talking about food. Everything has changed. And that is why we are trying our best to see if government can bring back the things how they were before. Because things are quite expensive. There is no market moving. Food is very expensive. Feed for the cows was for 1,500 for chaff, but today is 12,000 naira. For maize, chaff for maize we buy it for 40 to 30,000, but before now it was 15,000 naira. You see, this one before now this one we buy it for 300,000, but now it's going for 800 to 900,000. This one was going for 400,000, but now we sell it for 600,000 because of the changes we have. You see, the other one we get it to 250,000, but now it's going for 400,000. There is one we do sell for 200,000, was sold for 80,000 naira because things have changed. We're pleading with the government to try as much as possible because people are really in hard times. They should check and see what is the proper way to change and alleviate people's poverty, because our hearts is not happy, but because it's a business we've been doing for some time. The camel you see there, we buy them for 300,000, but now it's 600,000. Now it's going for 600,000, but before now it's 150,000, 200,000. And because the border were short, but now the CFA is more higher than this, we have to go to Niger. This one is up to here and no one has bought it because no one brings something to border. But hopefully, if they open the border, they will see it for 400,000. We are praying that government should look at what we are doing. Before now, we go to Me Adua, we pay car for 600,000. Now we have to pay the car 1 million naira to 900,000. See now there's increase and things have to go expensive. But if transportation will be fair, everything will be fine. So we're pleading they should look at it and change. From Azere, we pick a cow for 8,000 naira, but now it's 35,000 naira each cow. Lagos, it was 85,000 naira from Lagos. Before now, it was 20,000. If you are transporting a cow to East, it was 30,000 naira. Now it's 170,000 naira each cow. So you see, we really want government to come into this issue to intervene. Transportation fare has actually skyrocketed everything. We're pleading they should try their best to give us some grants and loans. No one is helping us out here. We are all independent marketers. We want government, we have leaders so that they can reach them. Each time we hear that there is government intervention, but nobody comes to our aid. They keep on saying they give money to bank accounts. We are unbanked people, and there are people who work under us. We don't want them to be wayward. They go ahead to come here and then we feed them. We try as much as possible to give us the job. But government does not see that to help us as well. These children we're talking about, if they are not being catered for, it's possible they might take up to crime. Some of them come here, they sweep the cow dung, it's a business. Some feed the cow, it's a business. The government needs to look at this because it's actually a chain so that we all can work together.
That is it this week on Market Flow on ARCN TV, Mabushi, Abuja. I am Fatima Suleiman. Thank you for watching.